She was never in the restaurant again. She knew her parents shuttered the doors immediately. They moved to the new house and Charlie's mother left a little while after that. Charlie did not remember her saying goodbye, although she knew her mother must have. Her mother would not have left without a goodbye, but it was just lost in the midst of time and grief, like so much else. She remembered the first time she stood in the doorway of her father's workshop, the first day they were alone in everything. It was the day he had begun to build her a mechanical toy, a little dog who tilted its head side to side. She smiled when she saw it finished, and her father looked at her the way he would look at her for the rest of her life, as though he loved her more than life itself, and as though his love made him unbearably sad. She knew even then that something vital inside him had broken, something that could never be repaired, something he seemed to look right through her, as if he couldn't see her even when she was standing in front of him. And that's going to be it. We are going to read the other, there's only like 2 pages, and read that because actually it's supposed to still continue reading. See how far we're going to go, because yeah. Her father never again spoke her brother's name, so Charlie never learned not to speak it either, as though to speak it would send them both back to time and unravel them both. She woke in the morning and looked for the little boy, having forgotten in her dreams that he was gone. When she turned to where he would be and only saw her stuffed toys, she would cry. She would not say his name. She was afraid to even think it, and she trained her mind to shriek from it until she truly forgot. But deep inside, she knew. She knew it. Sammy. A rustling noise, sound rose loud and low, like a train passing, and Charlie startled. A train? She looked around her, eyes wide. She was disoriented, not sure if she was in the past or present. It's okay. I don't think it's anywhere near here. It might be just a big truck. John took Charlie's arm and pulled her to her feet. Did you remember something? He whispered. He was trying to catch her gaze. Bobby, not yet. But she was focused elsewhere. It's okay. A lot. Charlie put her hand to her mouth, still staring into the darkness as if she could see the same. John's hand on her arm was an anchor, and she clung to it fast. This is real. This is now, she thought, and she turned to him, seized by a fierce gratitude that he was there with her. She buried her face in his chest as if his body could shield her from what she had seen, and she let herself cry. John hugged her tight, one hand on her head, cautiously stroking her hair. They stayed that way for a long moment, and at last she calmed, her breathing deep and even again. John loosened his grip on her, and as soon as he did, Charlie snapped back, suddenly aware of how close they had been. John's hands were still suspended in midair from where Charlie had been. After a moment of shock, he lowered one and used the other to scratch his head. So, he hoped for an answer to fill the silence. A rabbit, Charlie said calmly, looking towards the doorway. The yellow rabbit. Her voice became greater as the image was still fresh in her mind. The one I saw the night Michael disappeared. The bear. I'm pretty sure he was yellow, too. I thought you said it was like the others, Charlie said. I thought it was. When everyone said Freddie was brown, that night we first met up, I just thought I was remembering wrong. I mean, I really don't have a great memory for back then, you know. I didn't even remember what color my old house was. Then you said he was yellow, too. Yeah, they were yellow, she nodded. It was the answer he was expecting. I think it's connected, the animals from here and the ones I saw at Freddy's. And the ones that took my brother. Charlie thought. She took a final look around the place. Let's go back, she said. I want to get out of here. Okay, John said. As they headed to the door, a small object caught Charlie's eye, and she snatched it up. It was a twisted piece of metal, and as John watched close by, she stretched it out, then let it snap back together with a loud crack, like a whip. John jumped. What was that? He said, composing himself. I'm not sure, she said, but she slipped it into her pocket. John was watching her like there was something he wanted to say. Let's go, Charlie said. They began to track back to the car. Sammy, then years later, Michael, and the other kids, of course. It's connected, Charlie thought. Lightning might strike twice, but not murder. Can you drive away? He asked, after a long period of silence. The only sound so far had been their shoes crunching through this dry grass. Yeah, of course, he said. John managed to get the car turned around in a constricted space, and Charlie settled against the window. Her eyes half closed already. She watched the trees fly by outside her window and felt herself beginning to doze. The metal object in her pocket was shaking into her leg, keeping her awake, and she repositioned it, thinking dreamily of the first time she saw one of those things. She was sitting with Sammy in the restaurant before it opened for the day. They were under a window in a dusty room of light, some inventive game she had no longer remembered, and their father came over, grinning. He had something to show them. He held up a piece of twisted metal and showed them how to open it, how it opened, and let it snap back in his hand. They both cried out in surprise and started giggling and clapping their hands. Their father did it again. It could snap off your nose, he said, and again they laughed. But quickly his face turned seriously. I mean it, he said. This is a spring lock, and I want you to know how it works because it's very dangerous, and I don't ever want you touching me. This is why we never put our hands in the animal costume. Very easy to trigger those. You don't know if you don't know what you're doing, and you could get hurt. Like touching the stove. Do we ever touch the stove? They shook their heads with a solemnity beyond early years. Good. Because I want you to both grow up with all your noses, he cried. And he swept them up one in each turn, swinging them loudly around as they laughed. Suddenly there was a loud snap. Charlie jolted out of steam. What was that? What was what? John said. The car was off. Charlie looked around. They were back at the motel. Charlie took a moment to reorient herself, then gave a reluctant smile. Thanks for driving. What were you dreaming about? John said. You looked happy. Charlie shook her head. I don't remember. Sorry. Alright. And that is it for chapter 5 of The Silver Eyes. Stay tuned. We are going to do another video as well. Have a great day.